Hello and welcome back to Tavern Talks episode 3. Today we're going to be diving into the Animus for all you Assassin's Creed fans out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the news as always. Because we've got some stuff to discuss, some stuff to talk about, and then we'll get right into the Animus and all the crazy lore about Assassin's Creed. So the news. So there's still no update on the KOTOR remake.
I know, it's kind of sucks that, because how long has it been now since...
Well, it was 2020, 21 or 22 got announced we were remaking it. And then, I think it was in 23, 24, Aspire was taken off a project and it was given to someone else. It was given to Saber.
Yeah.
Because of the track record with very good video games. So all we know is that it's alive and well. That's all we've been told.
So it's still got the green light. It's still coming, just don't know when. Yeah. So.
We got told that in 2023, and we also got told that in 2024 that it's all alive and well. So it's become a bit of a joke in the community now that I've seen.
Is it real?
Yes, yeah. I think there's some Jedi mind tricks going on behind the scenes here. I think we're all being played. So so no update as of 2025, nearly the end of 2025, obviously, and we've still not got an update on the KOTOR remake. Will we hear about it in December maybe, or it might get announced at the Game Awards? We don't know. Speaking of the Game Awards, we've just got our votes in, so the nominees are going to be announced today, Monday. And then the opening, so the nominees are going to be announced, and then the voting for the nominees opens on the 1st of December. So keep your eye on them, get your votes in while you can, and keep an eye on those nominees and get them voted. Because that is it's round 1 on 1st of December. And then the Game Awards will be live, depending where you are, it's going to be the 11th or the 12th, depending on your time zones. So keep your eye out that Game Awards. I'm excited for the Game Awards this year because we've got some really, really good stuff. We've got Ghost of Yotei, we've got Marvel's Deadpool VR, we've got which I do need to get MegQuest because I really do want to play it because I've seen the gameplay for Marvel Deadpool and it's absolutely amazing. It looks really, really good. So obviously we've got Ghost of Yotei, we've got the Outer Worlds 2 now as well. And don't forget about Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages, what a game. So go and get your votes in. There's a load more games that you can vote for that I've not mentioned. Go see for yourselves and go and have a look because I think we're going to be in for a good year this year, and I'm very, very interested to see who's going to take Game of the Year. I have a feeling it's going to be Ghost of Yotei. I don't know. I've just got this feeling that it's going to be Ghost of Yotei for Game of the Year, or would it be Split Fiction? Because I know that's quite popular as well.
You still need. You've not played it yet, have you? Split Fiction.
I've not played Split Fiction yet. No.
Yeah, I've done my playthrough on that game. It was really, really good. It's because the developers of the game, they also made It Takes Two. That was more of a co-op love story of sorts, but this one's purely about friendship and just two complete strangers getting along, becoming friends, and the story they go on, going from world to world, and all the stuff you do is incredible. So,
yeah, I've seen the gameplay, and the game does look absolutely beautiful. It does look amazing, and I do like the aspect where you go from fantasy world to sci-fi world. I love that. That is like you say. It's basically my two loves of games. My two loves of games is fantasy because I love the Elder Scrolls. And I love the Elder Scrolls, all your old world, it's like Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm all over that. And then but I do like my sci-fi games as well, like Star Wars and Helldivers and all that. So it does look like a game for me, to be honest. So
it does dive into a lot of elements of both sides.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, and I've seen the gameplay. It looks absolutely amazing. So I think it's going to be between Ghost of Yotei and Split Fiction personally. But let us know what you think over in the comments. Who you think's going to take home Game of the Year, best Game of the Year? Let us know down below in the comments. Also, another thing I want to mention: Horizon. They're bringing out a MMO, but it's not going to be for console. So it's called Horizon Steel Frontiers. It's a weird one, this, because apparently we've got another MMO in the works for console, but we're doing this. I think it's going to be it's PC, and I think it's going to be mobile as well, which is an odd decision. I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if it's going to be mobile. After the rumor, it's going to be mobile, but I definitely know it's going to be on PC. But I don't know why they're making 2 MMOs. Like, so we're doing one for PC, and then like we're also doing one for PlayStation. We're also doing one for PlayStation, which baffles me because why wouldn't you just put this one on the PlayStation?
Yeah. Well, this is news to me. I actually did not know this that they were making an MMO.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic experience because even though I'm not a big fan of Horizon, I've played a bit of it. I think the world is absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel weird with robot dinosaurs. It just feels weird to me, you know, like it's robot dinosaurs, and it's it's weird. It's weird for me. But oh yeah, I have tried. Yeah, I do want to try Ark, to be honest. I just don't have I just don't have time. I don't have time for that. You know, in between everything we do and everything we do outside of this, like, I just don't have time. That's why I've not carried on with Daisy. That's why I've not carried on with Daisy, because I just don't have time to sit down and grind for hours. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, because you're still on there. Yeah, I do need to jump back on it, but it's just finding the time. Which is a shame, because I absolutely love that. I absolutely love playing Daisy. Really good game.
Yeah, we just get carried away, and we'd end up sitting there for like 3 to 4 hours just
building.
Yeah, building stuff.
Building or
scavenging,
building, fishing. We don't really do a lot of zombie fighting, do we? It's mainly survival. I mean, we have counted. I had my first encounter with wolves the other week on there, didn't I? When we were playing it last time, we had my first encounter with the wolves. I just heard you go, oh, and then get on the car. Why I have wolves? I was like, what? They just came out of nowhere.
Oh, they do. Sometimes they announce when they come in, they howl. Other times they just sneak up behind you. Like, what?
Absolutely terrifying me. I think that was a more terrifying experience than encountering the zombies on the game for me, personally. Encountering those wolves. I've not encountered a bear yet, though. You have.
Oh, they're worse. They're way worse.
You know, I mean, my experience with bears is purely on Skyrim, so, you know. Pain on that one as well. Also, Ubisoft. This is a weird one. You know how Ubisoft announce they announce their financial results at the end of the year.
Yeah.
50 minutes of them releasing it. They decided to announce that they're going to postpone their financial results. So we don't know the reason why, but could it be a new announcement? Could it be a takeover? Quite possibly. But I just thought that was a weird one, because every year they announce it. If you guys have any theories, do you think there's a big announcement coming soon for Ubisoft? Do you think they're being bought out by a different company? Let us know your thoughts down below. Also, you mentioned this last time because it got announced just after we finished recording last week, didn't it?
Yes.
The Valve. Was it the Valve? Valve Steam machine?
Yeah, it was Steam with it's like a Steam box and Steam frame. I've forgotten the names of them both already.
Yeah, but
it was a headset and controller.
So we announced that we just finished recording. We literally just finished recording last week, and then it was announced just after we finished recording. So we're mentioning it here. So it is a week old news, but very, very exciting because this is the first one we've done in a while, isn't it? Really, Valve.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem to be very active at the minute, I don't think. But yeah, so it's a new Steam machine, and I've seen that it's got less RAM than consoles. It's got less RAM or less gigabyte than consoles. I mean, it's 8, it said.
I think it's supposed to be, like, I don't really know the specs behind that, but I think the theory for it, or what they said it was supposed to be, it was supposed to be another take on what would be a PC and console hybrid.
Yeah.
As such. So, a bit like what Xbox were doing with their new handheld, but people are up and down about Xbox prices at the minute, aren't they? So.
Yes, yeah. They changed put the price up for the game catalog, didn't they?
Yeah. So I know where Steam is just like, hold my beer and something else for you to sink your teeth into.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I'm going to touch on, now that you've brought it up, the price going up for the Xbox games catalog. I know a lot of you Xbox players are really, really annoyed about the price going up, but it's still cheaper than PlayStation. I mean, I pay yearly subscription for PlayStation, and for a year it's between 90 to 100 quid.
These are like some of the older games and older consoles.
Yeah, and that's for the premium. So I don't know how much it is for a year on Xbox. I don't use Xbox, I don't play Xbox. I have done in the past though.
Prices went up for that and all. It used to be, what was it, like in England it was like what, £16. I think it went up to like 30 recently.
Yeah, well that's really good though, considering you get all the AAA games on there as well. On the I can tell you now, on the PlayStation game catalog, you've not got Indiana Jones, you've not got Black Ops 7. You're paying half the price for these. You're paying half the price to play these AAA games, and you're moaning about it. I'm not trying to upset anyone or trying to offend anyone here, but just appreciate that you're only paying like 30 quid for a £90 game. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Just appreciate the price while you can, because it will go up again, especially in this day and age that we live in. So it will go up again. So just appreciate it, paying like half the cost basically. And yeah, that's it. I mean, sorry if I upset or offend anyone, but
I believe it did actually. I think Xbox, the website did crash from the number of people that were cancelling their subscriptions at that time.
Absolutely mad.
It's crazy.
I'd happily pay £30 a month to play a new AAA game that's just come out on the Game Pass. You know what I mean? Rather than paying 80 quid. I mean, I'd rather do that personally. But you know, that's my own personal opinion. Anyway, moving on. Ghost of Yotei. Have you seen the sales figures?
I have not.
They've sold just over 3.3 million copies have been sold in the first month for Ghost of Yotei. And that's in the first month. So
they're like screaming game of the year already.
Yeah, yeah. 100%. I don't know what the sales figures were for Split Fiction. I imagine that sold well as well, because obviously it takes two. So I imagine that. So I think it's going to be neck and neck this year, really. But yeah, 3.3 million copies of Ghost of Yotei have been sold worldwide.
It's pretty interesting that though with the Game of the Year awards, because once an indie game, once a pretty much mainstream title now. Because Ghost of Yotei is a sequel to
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's set after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, I know a lot of people are upset that it wasn't the return of Jin Sakai, but I don't mind that, because like Jin Sakai, his story arc's done. Like, he's beaten back the Mongol invasion. And you've gone and made peace with your roots. If you've played the Iki Island DLC, you've got to make peace with your roots and forgive your father and all that. So his story arc's done, and it's a legend of the ghost. So leave it as a legend. I know it ends on a cliffhanger, but don't completely. I'm quite happy with it moving away from Jin Sakai. I'm all right with it, because it's supposed to be the legend of the ghost. I mean, you can do more games after Ghost of Yotei. I mean, I'm assuming Sucker Punch will have more games in the works for us to do with that era of Japan. And we can just put little Easter eggs in for Jin Sakai, or you might hear a story about the ghost or something, and just leave it at that. You know, it's a bit like Red Harlow in Red Dead, from Red Dead Revolver. You hear stories about him at campsites in Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. Just leave it at that. Just do it like that, because it's world building. It's world building.
Just like collectibles and just like little nods that are just there in the world.
Yeah, like you could like a traveller can come to your camp and he could tell you a story about the ghost. Mm-hmm. Great, happy days, world building. Keep that world building going. It's fresh to see. Actually, it's not just copy and paste like some games are these days. FIFA, I'm looking at you. Anyway, moving on. I've also heard, I don't know if you've heard this, but some games are stopping supports for the PS4 for online services.
I did hear this. Can't remember where I heard it from, but I think it was just like a story that I just skimmed over when I was at work one day.
Yeah.
What were some of the games in question?
It didn't. Well, I've not seen any games, but I've not seen any games mentioned as of yet. But because I think they're stopping at the end of 2025. I think it is. We're going to be stopping supporting some online games on the PS4. So if you still are on PS4, get your online gaming in now while you can, before you upgrade to PS5.
And then they announced the next generation after that.
Yeah, and then the PS6 will be announced, and you got to save up another £600 for a console. It's not looking good, is it? These prices.
With some of the prices I've heard, they're a bit.
Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple of times in the past. In past 2 episodes, I've mentioned it. I'm going to mention it again because I am a massive Elder Scrolls fan. But Elder Scrolls 6, Todd, what's the word, man? Todd Howard over at Bethesda, yeah? Let us know what's going on with Elder Scrolls 6, please, because we've been waiting for years for this game, and you drop that teaser, and all we've seen is it's still coming. It will be released. You're like, when? When will it be released? Are you going to drop us another trailer? I mean, we're getting GTA 6 before Elder Scrolls 6, and we've been waiting longer. Come on, Todd, what are you doing? Get your act together.
Pushed back again.
Yeah, it got pushed back in. We mentioned that, didn't we?
Also, EA. Hashtag Battlefront 3.
Yeah. EA, Battlefront 3, get that made. Hashtag. And Far Cry. Far Cry. Have you seen this possible Far Cry 7 leak?
Hey, look.
I came across it today. Actually, I actually came across it today when I was doing my research, and so there's some like leaks. I mean, like things that we've seen, like the how to describe it, like artwork and postwork and stuff like that. Are old, but there's been an anonymous. I think it was an anonymous leak, because it didn't have the source on it. But it wasn't an anonymous leak for me, because I didn't see a source. But Far Cry 7 might be in the works. It might be in active development, and they might be keeping it under wraps. And I've heard rumours it might have a multiplayer extraction mode.
That'd be interesting because up to now the ones that have had any sort of multiplayer, it's always just been co-op. I think there's only ever been one where you actually have like a competitive, like team v team sort of gameplay. I think it was because you could also build worlds. What was it, Far Cry 3 and 4 that had those features?
Let's say 3, 4, yeah.
So extraction, what does that entail exactly? That's
all I've heard. Supposedly, there's a family that you're going to have to. There's a family that you're going to have to rescue in the campaign. So I'm assuming it might be a more fact that you have to extract one of those family members or anything like that. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt because it is a leak.
Very early days.
And it's very early days, and we've not seen anything official. But if a Far Cry 7 is in the works and it is in active development, that is very, very exciting for us because we do like a good bit of Far Cry, don't we? And I've also mentioned the Game Awards as well. So just want to touch on it again. Get your votes in. Get your votes in while you can. Keep an eye out. Round 1 begins on the 1st of December. Go and look at the nominees when they get announced, and get your votes in for that, ready for the 11th/12th of December when the Game Awards finally go live. And that's it for our weekly news. Our weekly news roundup. It's quite nice. So, like I said, we are going to be diving into the Animus. For all you watching on YouTube, as you can see, we're doing Assassin's Creed this week. So if you're on YouTube, you can see our little collection behind us. You know, we've got the map, we've got the Monopoly. For you guys who can't see, you're listening on Spotify, I've got a map of Baghdad, we've got a couple of hidden blades. What are hidden blades again, Tom?
You got the one from Syndicate and Brotherhood up there. So
we've got a Basim statue, I've got an Assassin's Creed tankard, and I've also got an Assassin's Creed Monopoly complete with little silver figurines for the board game. And I've also got Assassin's Creed Magic Gathering, Assassin's Creed game soundtrack, steel case, and I think I said the map of Baghdad, didn't I? And obviously the box that it all came in, and an art book as well, next to the Basim statue. So, Assassin's Creed. Now, let's go back. Let's start off from the very first game where you play as Altair. I want to talk about the trailer because when the trailer first dropped, it was very misleading.
I think you could say that they all kind of have that sort of. Well, they all have the same vibe through and through, but by misleading.
For example, in the one of the first trailers to drop, it showed Altair with a crossbow, but you don't get a crossbow in Assassin's Creed. You don't get a crossbow till Brotherhood, I think it is. Was it Brotherhood? Yeah, it was Brotherhood.
Yeah, it was because you got the hidden cannon in
Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah. And so yeah. So I had a crossbow, but I never ended up getting a crossbow. And also, like when the trailer drops, it's obviously set during the Third Crusade because it's Richard the Lionheart. And that's how the whole Templar Order began. That's how the whole Templar thing began, obviously. But it didn't show the modern day storyline. So if you played the first Assassin's Creed game back in the day when it got released, I think I want to say 2005. Quite a long while ago. If you're playing for the game, I mean, you're playing for the game. You do the first level, and something weird starts happening. It fades to you're in, and it goes to a white room. When the Animus starts kicking in, and then you just hear a voiceover, and then you wake up and you're on top of you're on top of the table. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows Assassin's Creed. I'm pretty sure everyone's played at least one of them because there's quite a few. But back then, that was quite a reveal. That was quite the shock.
It's quite trippy, yeah.
It was just
wake
like,
up and you're in 21st century again.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what's going on? Who's this guy? Well, who's this guy? Why am I in the Matrix? You know, it was weird. And then obviously you had those segments in between and the Animus sessions where you could like wander about and sneak out your room and go and investigate and all that and find things out, and that's how you progress the modern day storyline. But I just found that was a really weird choice. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the modern day storyline. I preferred playing in the Animus. So when we got the option that you don't have to leave the Animus, I just stayed in the Animus. I didn't bother with any of the modern day stuff because for me the Isu storyline was very, very confusing because I didn't do any of the side content, so I didn't really understand what was going on.
And it didn't carry on through all the games either. Just after the original, the original trilogy of. Yeah,
so you've got Assassin's Creed. I mean, it's 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, which is now known as the Ezio trilogy. Because it was way back when they did it. Because we did Assassin's Creed, then we did 2, then we did Brotherhood, then we did Revelations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Assassin's Creed 3, they kind of tied off.
Yeah, and then they made Assassin's Creed 3. So, obviously, when that came out, I was thinking, but it's not the 3rd game, it's the 5th game. What's going on here? So, yeah, the timeline's a bit all over the place if you don't do any of the side content. I mean, I didn't bother doing that, but I did some of it, not all of it. And the only reason why I only did some of it was because I wasn't interested in the issue. I wasn't interested in the one-day storyline. I just liked running about and ticking off my hit list, basically. It was quite fun. But issue storyline, have you done any of it? Did you do any of it?
Is this the
Monday side of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Apple of Eden and the Isu.
By the time Assassin's Creed 3 wrapped up and that storyline came to an end, I found myself questioning what just happened a little bit. Because do we go into spoiler territory here?
Well,
how old is the game now? But
it's years old, but I don't. But for people who haven't played like the first one, I don't think they ever will because it's on PS3 and Xbox 360. So
fair enough.
And then there's been no news of it. There's been no news of a remaster. I mean, they remastered the Ezio trilogy, so I think everyone's played the Ezio trilogy, but we never remastered the first one. So, if you've not played the first one, I'm really, really sorry about this, but you're going to hear some spoilers from the first game.
From the first game, I was just going to go from. Because isn't he still technically there in the facility by the end of the first game? Because I'm pretty sure it's in Assassin's Creed 2.
Yes, so at the end of the first game, Lucy breaks you out. And then that's how the first game starts. Because so the first game ends, Lucy breaking in, rescuing you, and then the credits roll. And then you just hear like voices, hear Desmond and Lucy's voices, like the credits are rolling. And then you hear all the voices, and then you boot up Assassin's Creed 2, and that's I mean, you pretty much just start right off there. So you have to escape Abstergo and everything like that, and get to your new hideout, get the Animus set up, and that's when they brought in the whole bleeding effect. So basically, the bleeding effect, interesting one. So you go into the Animus, you play as your ancestor. And if you do it long enough, you get it's called the bleeding effect. So you start basically seeing things from the Animus in real time, but you also gain your ancestors' abilities like eagle vision, ability to like do stealth. You learn like stealth assassination.
Sharing the conscious mind more.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. but so it can be quite trippy. Yeah, especially when it happens for the first time in Assassin's Creed 2, you just walk about the warehouse, you just start seeing like figures from out here, from like Assassin's Creed, or figures from Assassin's Creed 2, like just walking past you. It's just like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? Yeah.
It wasn't just vision, because skills as well. Like Desmond in the present,
Useless.
actually,
Absolutely useless until you learn some skills.
he mimics from Ezio in the past.
Yeah.
Because they're literally sharing each other's thoughts, like tactics and everything. So just carries from one to another.
Yeah, and then obviously you go through Assassin's Creed 2. You're hunting the people who killed you killed your father and killed your family. So you killed your father, you killed your two brothers, and your mother's left mute, and you're fleeing from your life from Florence. And then you meet his uncle, and his uncle's called Mario.
Mario, yeah.
And
Uncle
he
Mario.
even goes, "It's your uncle Mario." He even does that, just a little, as a little joke. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. The way they deliver that is just like a straight up like finger to Nintendo. Yeah, it's like a straight up finger to Mario, isn't it? Really, as in the Mario Brothers. But yeah, so Ezio, he's not an assassin. He didn't know anything about this until his family got executed, and it turns out your family friend was the traitor. And it turns out he was working for, what's he called now? The Borgia guy. I just know him as the Borgia family. It's been quite a while since I played it.
No, yeah.
Is it Rodrigo? Rodrigo Borgia, that sounds right. Yeah, so you go through you get trained in thief skills by a thief, you get trained how to blend by prostitutes. That was quite fun.
Isn't that where what remains of Ezio's family, like his mother and sister? Yeah, they take refuge there at the time. That was literally the first thing you do after you witness the execution.
Yeah, you get the hell out of Florence, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you also bring along Leonardo da Vinci as well, because you go back, don't you, to get him to you go back. Something to do with the Codex pages. You bring Codex page to him, and then he gets beaten up by the guards, and then you have to rescue him and escape with Leonardo da Vinci. That was quite a fun segment as well. Again, Accessory 2 brought a lot to the table. Like, for example, the ability to swim. I mean, like
no more just de-sinking when you're landing water.
Yeah. Altair couldn't swim. Really, he was a very capable assassin, but never had a swimming lesson. Now, there's a little joke behind this. If you read the instruction book, yes, instruction books, remember them? If you read the instruction book for the game, like if you who don't know what an instruction book is, you used to buy a game and you used to get a little booklet with it, which told you what told you about the HUD display, told you about the items. Told you basically what everything is in the game, had the control scheme in there for you. Instead, this was just a little floppy piece of laminated paper that you get now that has a QR code on it.
We're in the day and age where you have to actually explain that.
Yeah. Just saying, so back in day, you got a little booklet with your game in the case, and in the Assassin's Creed booklet. It has like little post-it notes in it as a joke, because the Animus that you use in Assassin's Creed 2 is the Animus 2.0. You've got there because Rebecca builds it herself, so it's based on Sturgill's design, but it can do way more.
So it's not official, but
it's not Sturgill's Animus, but yeah.
Rudimentally put together, basically.
Yeah. So in the little booklet, we had like little jokey post-it notes, and one of the post-it notes said, "Can we fix the glitch from the Abstergo Animus that doesn't allow you to swim?" So I think even they realise like right, he's an assassin and he can't swim. Right, let's poke some fun at this. So you'll only know that if you've read the instruction booklet. So that's the whole joke behind it. It also brought in Leonardo da Vinci's flying machine.
Yeah, because there was the mission where you had to get inside the fort, weren't there?
Yeah, well, I don't think it was right. It was an impenetrable palace, like for one of your targets. It was a Dodge Venice, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't a Dodge. No, it was in Venice. It was to do with the Dodge Venice. You had to try and stop the Dodge Venice from being poisoned. but you get there too late and he gets poisoned, dies obviously, and you got to chase down the Templar. And while you're chasing down the Templar, he's shouting out to the guards, help, Dodgy's been assassinated by the assassin. So yeah, that was quite a fun segment as well. And we can't, and you can't talk about Assassin's Creed 2 without talking about the ending, because you end up in a fist fight with the Pope. That is the best. That is the best ending level that you could have set in that time period in Italy. Like you just go, you end up in a fist fight with the Pope because he's a Templar. He's the head member of the Borgia family, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's so fun. Like just a fist fight with the Pope. It's just like that is amazing. That is brilliant. That is so funny. It's just so out there. It's just like it could only happen in a video game, couldn't it? Let's be honest, you know. And then we enter Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. So it starts off from so it starts off after your fist fight with the Pope.
Doesn't he acquire the Apple of Eden at that point?
He does, yeah. Yeah, you take it back to Montigione Villa, and then that goes under siege. You escape. And you go to Rome to seek out a friend of the family who's a friend of the assassins. And so you have to build up Again, yeah. You have to build the assassin order again. We've no idea where all these characters from Assassin's Creed 2 went, you know, and Ezio's mum can suddenly speak again in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That was never explained, because she went mute in the second game, and then she could magically speak again. Yeah, she could magically speak again, so that never got explained, how she got over her trauma. Yeah. Brotherhood. Now, I like going around taking over the towers. That was quite fun for me. Like, you know, you kill the captains, you take over you kill the captains, take over the tower, you burn the flag, and then boom, it's an assassin hideout. And then obviously you have to build up. So you build a fighters guild, don't you?
Yeah, I think the way they worked it is to get an extra assassin, you have to get an assassin hideout each. Yeah. And then when you found someone who's a potential candidate for an assassin, you have to help them, then you recruit them into the order. But then you can also level them up, can't you? Yeah, you could level them up, you could send them on missions, and when you send them on missions, you could send them on missions around the globe, which I thought was quite a neat little feature. I forgot about that part. Yeah. So you do that through either from any hideout or a pigeon coop on the rooftops. What I found really funny is, like, you know, how you get the guild set up. So you get your mercenary guild, don't you? You set that up. Then you set your thief guild up, and then also you set up. This is the best part. Like Ezio, he sets up a brothel, and then his sister ends up taking over the brothel. It's just like, and Ezio isn't too happy about it, but she proves her worth. Not in that way. Just thought I'd clarify, but she does all the books and the taxis and everything like that. So yes, your sister. So in that game, your sister is running a brothel, and your mum's helping. And your mum's helping run it as well, which is really weird. It's like a family business. That was a strange one to me, obviously. And then obviously we've got Revelations. Now Revelations was a weird one. That took quite a jump forward. I'm trying to remember where that picks up from, because he was. It's like Ezio had a calling, because it picks up. Right. I can never remember the name of the
Masyaf.
That's it.
Masyaf Temple. Masyaf, where from the first game. So you go back there. He has a calling, and it's Dude Alsair. So you got to find all these. Was it his books? Was it his seals? I can't remember if it was his book. I think it was his books, actually, because you meet that woman, don't you? What's she called? Sophia.
Sophia, yeah.
Yeah, you meet that woman. So you up her into. Like they could translate the books basically, but it's set Revelations. It's set in Constantinople and in Istanbul, because at the time they were divided, weren't they? They weren't what they are now. What wasn't one thing back then. It was divided in the game. So it was actually all right. It was a bit of a weird one. Like, we introduced this tower defense minigame. That was so annoying. It really was. Like, I don't think I have successfully completed any of them, despite me trying.
I don't think I tried either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't hate us anyway for that one.
Yeah, no, well, I found that quite annoying. So I never ended up doing. After losing my fourth one, I just thought, right, I'll just reset. I'll just take it back. I'll just let them take it, and then I'll just take it back over. It was just easier for me because I could never figure out the mini game. And then you get a new blade, don't you, in that one?
Well, it's more like an addition to your blade. It gets a little hook put onto it. So for better elevations, so you can climb things better. Use zip lines.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You learn that as a skill in Assassin's Creed 2. And then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it's a glove that allows you to do that. You can buy from Leonardo da Vinci. And then in Assassin's Creed Revelations, it's a hook. So it's gone from learning a skill to unlearning it, to wearing a glove, and then to wearing a hook blade. So how can you it doesn't make any sense. And some of the stuff that they put in, it was weird, but we had fun with these games back in the day.
Was there anything else that they put in with Revelations? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you had the bombs you can make. Or you see, you had like smoke. You can make your own like smoke bombs, or you get clap traps, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was the same again, wasn't it? You could still build up your creed again in that game.
Yeah. Well, they already had a standing, didn't they? Because you had I can't remember his name, but it was like basically he was basically an Ezio fanboy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So we already had a standing over there, but you did have to help them get stronger, help them get rebuilt, and to establish a presence. And then we move on from Ezio, thank God, because I don't think I can talk about Ezio any longer because, yeah, he's a fun character, but he was just out for revenge at the start.
Well, did you see the very end of his story with, it wasn't a game technically, but Embers, that little short.
Oh, I forgot about Embers. Yeah, where he's an old man. And he dies on a bench, doesn't he?
Xiao Yun appears in that one from, is it China? Assassin's Creed China?
Assassin's Creed Chronicles, and it was one was China.
The China one, yeah.
Wasn't one set in Russia?
Yeah.
And what was the third one?
Wasn't.
I can't
have been India, would it?
Might have been India.
Could have been.
Might have been India. I never played Chronicles fully. I mean, I tried one of them, and I just wasn't a fan of the scrolling. The 2D scroll. It's just like it doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed to me. But we move on to Connor because I'm not pronouncing his real name because that is a mouthful.
That it is. Should have written that down.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Assassin's Creed 3. So we start off playing as Haytham, don't we? And we did a little. We pulled a Metal Gear Solid 2 on us, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a clever little twist. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Me, I was like, what the hell? But I thought it was interesting that they literally pulled the rug out from under us a little bit in that way.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments down below. Like, were you a fan of the twist in Assassin's Creed 3 where you're playing as Haytham and then it turns out he's the Templar and then you switch to playing as Connor? Let us know if you like the twist or if you didn't. Me personally, I quite liked it. I was just what's going on here? That's interesting. But yeah, so basically you start off playing as a Templar for the British, and you have to go over to the American colonies because it's when Britain colonised America at the time, and then obviously like the game it jumps forward in time a bit, doesn't it? Because you go through Connor's childhood, and then his village gets burnt down. You have to go find what was it called? Archimedes, was it?
Yeah, the old man.
The old man, yeah. The old man in the house. You have to convince him to train you. He didn't want to at first because he's just a stubborn old man. So you bang on the windows, you bang on the doors, and then you sleep in a barn, and you sleep in his barn and all that. So you basically just annoy the hell out of him until he agrees to train you. Which is quite fun. It's quite a fun little segment. And then, so you get to training, and then you have to fight, obviously the Templars, but you're also fighting British as well because obviously the Templars are controlling the British army in that game.
Yeah. Skills and abilities for that one, they also took another big change. Like Assassin's Creed 3, finally there was like parkour traversal through like trees through the forest and stuff like that for a change.
You also know me how an assassin couldn't climb a tree.
Yeah.
You know.
They couldn't swim and they couldn't climb trees.
Yeah, it's absolutely mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we did something different for his blades, didn't they? So you start off with tomahawks, don't you? And then
you still get the tomahawk as like your offhand weapon, but the blade it curved into a dagger.
Yeah. So it was a more comfortable fighting style for Connor. Mm-hmm. Also, we didn't have to cut off his ring finger.
Bow and arrow as well, an actual bow and arrow.
Yeah, not a crossbow. I prefer a longbow, but yeah, that was quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing we introduced was skinning animals.
Oh yes, yeah.
Skinning animals. So you had to like skin animals it was for upgrading your equipment. And you could make like certain outfits out of it as well, if I remember correctly.
I personally like that touch. I do like when they do that sort of thing in games. Like when they've got Red Dead, you've obviously got your hunting in that.
Yeah.
In the Tomb Raider games as well, hunting wildlife to get materials to upgrade your gear in that. And yeah, it was the same in Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah. So yeah, and Assassin's Creed also introduced naval combat. It was the
first of it. Yeah.
You see, people think most people skipped over Assassin's Creed because we weren't big fans of it, which is fair enough. That's fine. Because obviously you've moved away from it, so you're playing as different assassin. Maybe that was the issue.
But it was the first one to do naval combat and not black flag. So
yeah. So how we did it in Assassin's Creed 3 was there was side missions, weren't they? So you had to build to find this captain, build the boat, get the boat back up and running, and then you went on side missions with the ship captain, which were quite fun. And you had to it was quite fun fighting British schooners along the coast of America and all that. So that was quite fun. That was very entertaining, and it also inspired the naval combat for Black Flag, which was the fourth Assassin's Creed game, which we'll get onto in a moment. But yeah, so it introduced quite a lot of new things, which we have kept in the games, like the naval combat, the skinning, all that, which is great. And I think Assassin's Creed 3 was more open world, wasn't it? It was more open world because you could fight on the American frontier, and you have you build up your own homestead, recruit people to live on your homestead and all that.
It wasn't also just being limited to cities and stuff, but also the forest environments between the spaces as well that you can travel between.
Yeah,
that was different. That's what kind of made it feel bigger.
Yeah,
than it actually was.
Yeah, and it was great. You could ambush American patrols or British patrols, like depending.
Oh yeah, pounce on them from the trees.
Yeah, and don't forget the rope darts. And I forgot about them as well. That was so great. Using the rope darts on the tree and you
hang them off from the tree.
Yeah, leave them there as a warning. Don't cross the assassins. It was quite. Assassin's Creed 3 was a good time for me personally. I really enjoyed it.
And there was the What If expansion that came with that. I've not personally played that.
I have played. I'm glad you brought up. I have played the What If expansion, and it is so worth it. It is so worth it. I mean, basically, you help Washington. Obviously, as you do in the game, so you help Washington, but he's been corrupted by the Apple of Eden, and he goes mad with power. And instead of calling himself President Washington, he called himself King Washington, because he's conquered England. So he's conquered England, he's taken over England, and he's called himself King Washington. And he's corrupted by the Apple of Eden, and Connor's mum is still alive in this game as well. And she does die eventually, because all things happen. Same thing that happening. This timeline happened.
So it splits in the halfway point of the game. At some point.
Yeah. And you got these like mad abilities as well. So you could summon the strength of a bear, to help fight.
Oh yeah, because didn't he? Instead of a normal assassin's hoodie, it literally
was a bear skin. Yeah. You could also summon the power of an eagle, so you like glide. So you could actually physically glide in between trees and things like that. So it was like just little mad abilities like that, which made it so fun. It was weird, but it was worth it. It was so fun. I'm so glad I played through that What If. And if you've not played that, you say you've not played it, get on it, because I think you can get the remaster now, which includes the expansion. So if you've not,
I could probably find it on Steam. I do have access to. I do have a decent computer to do that. So
yeah. So I think it's a remaster. I think it remastered it for PS4. So if you've not played Assassin's Creed 3, Go and play it. Let us know what you think about it. Do the What If expansion. It's included within the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure I last saw it on the games catalog over on PlayStation. It's probably available on Xbox Game Pass as well, because everything is available on the Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, well, Assassin's Creed 3 was really, really fun for me. I quite enjoyed it, and then we got Black Flag out of it, didn't we?
This one's a bit of a grey area for me because I did not play through the whole thing. So.
Oh, you didn't play through the whole thing, right? So whereabouts did you get up to in Black Flag then?
It's a while ago. It's pretty vague now. Remember plot details.
What do you remember from Black Flag then? Would that be easier? What do you remember?
Probably not. It all kind of just blends together now.
Oh, okay. So Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So it's basically a prequel to Assassin's Creed 3, because you're playing as Edward Kenway, who was a pirate, not an assassin. He does help the Assassin Brotherhood, but he's in it for his own game.
So his own code.
Yeah, he's in it for his own game because he's a pirate, and it isn't until his first mate decides to join the Assassins that he actually fully gets involved. But so Edward Kenway is Ethan's dad from Assassin's Creed 3, which makes him Connor's granddad, something like that. But I think we knew what they were going to be doing for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because if you have played the naval combat missions in Assassin's Creed 3, Connor does drop a line because the captain comments on how quickly you get your sea legs. And he goes, Connor says, my grandfather was a famous sea captain.
Oh.
So I think they already knew they were doing like a naval type game for Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
So they already have plans for Black Flag when they're doing 3, and they just refine the naval.
Yeah. So I think we just like trialed the naval combat in Assassin's Creed 3. I think that's what they did personally. But it works so well because in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so you build up your ship, you can upgrade your ship. You can board ships, or you can just sink them. But it's so fun boarding them because there's various different ways now you can board them. So you can you press the interact button to enable the boarding. You throw your grappling, and your crew throws the grappling hooks over there. You pull the boat towards you, and so you can swing across on a rope. You can just jump over normally. While the boat's being pulled over, you can dive into the water, swim over, climb up, and jump over it. You could go to like the top of your masts. That is what
across the beam.
Across the beam. That was my little favourite trick because I used to do that because you could get on some ships, not all of them, but on some ships, especially the bigger ones. You got muskets. Now you had like people with muskets up in the rigging. So I used to go cross over the beam, air assassinate the muskets,
just get rid of the shooters first.
Get rid of the shooters first. Drop down on the hook because you could like grab all the hook, drop down, and then straight away just whip out my pistol, boom, 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 kill quite a few of them, and then dive in with my dual swords. And yes, you had dual swords. You could fight with 2 swords, which is absolutely brilliant. It was just a full on. It wasn't. To me, it's not an Assassin's Creed game. I mean, the Assassin's Brotherhood is there, but I had more fun raiding and pillaging. I really did. I had more fun boarding the ships. I had more fun taking out the fortresses because you had to take out these fortresses, and they're quite difficult to be fair. So you had to like fully upgrade your ship to be able to do them. And you could get like mortar cannons. You could upgrade your swivel guns. You could upgrade your ram as well, and you could fight legendary ships as well.
Wasn't there also strongholds and stuff like that?
Fortresses, strongholds. Yeah. So what you had to do, you had to damage it by sea. So you take out all its cannons and stuff like that, and then that's when you get to go and raid it. So you had to like run through the fort, and you had to run through the fort, kill a few soldiers, and then assassinate the guy in charge of the fort. And then that's when they surrender and you take over the fort and it's your fort then. But they were so fun to do, especially run because you're running through. You don't have to wait for your ship to be boarded to come to the docking. So like there's still cannon fire going on, especially if there's still enemy ships like surrounding it. So you're running through cannon fire, you're running through explosions. it's such a good experience. Like, it gets me adrenaline pumping all the time when I do it, and I still play it to this day because again the remastered version is on PS4, and I know there's going to be a remastered version coming out for PS5 and the new Xboxes as well. So I'm really looking forward to that remaster. So if you've not played Black Flag, get on it. Get the remaster when it comes out. Seriously, especially if you love Assassin's Creed, you'll really enjoy it.
It still probably beats some of the other pirate games that are out at the moment.
Yeah, like Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
But it was inspired.
Name drop it, but...
Yeah, we were inspired to make Skull and Bones, weren't it, because of his success of Black Flag. But I've not seen anything positive about Skull and Bones.
Didn't work out. Not the same way anyway.
So I've not bothered checking it out because I've seen nothing positive about it. Which is a shame, because if we made it like Black Flag, it could have been an awesome game, man.
There was also Snow Games, and I think it was Wildcard that were working on it as well. The same people that did Ark, they were also working on another game which was more pirate themed called Atlas. That didn't work out either, but that was interesting because you could face a bunch of like mythical beasts and this, that, and the other, all at sea on islands. Yeah. But yeah, that's a shame.
So moving on from Black Flag, moving on from Black. Next one was, well, no, because you had a couple in. You had Freedom Cry in between as well. Where did you play? I can't remember.
You missed Assassin's Creed Liberation as well, back when we were talking about 3, because
Liberation was PSP. That's right. Yeah.
I've not really played that one, so I don't really...
I played a bit of it when they finally ported it to console through the game catalogue. I've played a bit of it, but it wasn't as fun as the other. It wasn't as fun as the other ones for me personally.
Which one was it next? Is it Unity after that?
Unity and then Syndicate.
Yeah, the French Revolution, wasn't it?
Oh, Assassin's Creed Unity.
The 4-player co-op one.
Yeah, the state of that game when it came out unfinished. Oh, like it was unplayable. It was literally unplayable. I mean, a cutscene had happened and it'd just be talking teeth. Like there'd be no textures, not really. You could literally see me inside somebody's mouth talking. It's like, what's going on here, man?
I don't think I saw any of this, but then again, I don't think I played it immediately after it came out. I did.
I did.
I had a bit of time between it coming out and me playing it.
It wasn't playable when it first came out, let me tell you. It was unplayable. It was such a buggy, glitchy mess. Like, they should not have released that game in that state. They should have completed the game first. But we did eventually update it. So we've not got any of those bugs or glitches now, thank God. But Unity, when they fixed it, I think it was a really good experience. I mean, I didn't do much of the co-op.
Yeah, I think it was more story driven for me as well. Really, with the co-op, it's like open world, so you can go around doing like the other assassination contracts, missions, this, that, and the other. I've done. Could you do the main story with like other assassins, or was that just a one-person experience?
I think you could. I think it gave you an option when you were starting the memory. But I never. I think I only ever did like two, maybe 3 online co-op missions. Oh, and speaking of online, it was Brotherhood that first introduced it. So I remember playing the hell out of that.
Yeah, because there used to be like a Headhunters kind of game mode in 3 now. I remember it, where it's like you all play as like a circle of unique NPC-looking characters, and you have to blend in, and you have a set target to go after someone else. That one has someone else, and the person has you.
So you're hunting someone while someone's hunting. It was a great experience. It like really had you on edge. It really did. Because like, will I be able to like get to my target before I get hit, basically, or am I going to get hit, taken out just after I take out my target? You know what I mean? It was so fun, and it really had you on edge.
You could just be walking through a crowd of people thinking, okay, I'm blending in, no one's going to find me. But then again, back in your mind, you're like, they could also be blending in. They could be right behind me. Yeah, they could be right. Yeah, they could be right next to you. Yeah. So basically, a player could have been right next to you. Could be right next to you, and you wouldn't even know it. The amount of times I got shanked from behind, honestly. And the best one was I managed to get my target, air assassinate my target, and then arrow in the neck. I was just like, where the hell did that come from? So somebody was somebody was stalking me from the rooftops. That was quite fun though. That was quite fun. I enjoyed that mode.
more games like on Ubisoft. If you aren't like Ubisoft, bring it back. Bring that mold back for Assassin's Creed, please, please, please. Yeah, so like the co-op, I didn't do much of it. You didn't do much of it, so let's just skip over that one. What did you think of the story for Unity?
The story for Unity was pretty good because Arno being brought into the Creed, but then he also I can't remember. You said it just before the stream. There was the backstory behind that.
Yeah.
With Elise.
Yeah. So basically, there was a game called Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is set before Assassin's Creed Unity. So you play as a character called Shay Cormac in that game. So you start off as an assassin, and you start off the game by retrieving a piece of the Apple of Eden, but you've taken the Apple of Eden from its temple, and then the entire city gets destroyed. So Shay Cormac starts questioning his loyalties, starts questioning the Brotherhood. Somebody from the Templar Order approaches him, and he basically you see how they operate, and then Shay Cormac betrays the Brotherhood and joins the Templar Order, and this is why Archimedes, and this is what happened to Archimedes' Brotherhood. It was Shay Cormac who eliminated them all. Yeah, but that was really interesting to play as, and his final target was Arnold's dad in Assassin's Creed Unity. So when you start off with Assassin's Creed Unity, you obviously there's a cutscene where Arnold's dad gets assassinated, and that's Shay Cormac. So so it all ties together, which is pretty neat. And obviously
that Elise is
a Templar, yeah, because Arnold gets adopted into that Elise's family, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he gets adopted into a Templar family, but he doesn't know about Templars, and he doesn't know about the Brotherhood. He's just basically a French Ezio, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just a spoiled rich kid. But when he does find out, he gets put in prison for something he's not done. Because he got framed for an assassination because Elise's dad got killed off by. So I think he got betrayed by his own order actually, because I think he was looking at making peace with the Brotherhood, and the Templars didn't like that, so they betrayed him and assassinated him and killed one of their own order. I mean, he got framed for it. He ended up in prison, and then you end up speaking to a guy with a pirate accent. That's the best way I can describe him. I can't remember his name, but
I think I do remember him actually.
Yeah, he calls you. I'm not going to say the full nickname, but he calls you P-Pop basically.
Yeah.
P-I-S-S. Pop. That's what he calls you. And again, that's your nickname for me. And he doesn't want anything to do with you until you see the writings on the wall through your eagle vision. And then there's a right, you break out with him, and he introduces you to the Brotherhood. You do up your base as always. And then you've got like a will we, won't we? We've got a will we, won't we with Arno and Elise. Because Arno wants to try and make peace with the Templar, but this assassin, your mentor basically, doesn't want that peace. He doesn't think it's possible, and he ends up betraying you and the assassin order. So yeah, I can't remember what happened to Elise. I think Elise died. I can't remember.
She did at the very end. It was something related to one of the artifacts. I don't think it was the apple. I think it was something else. What was there was another.
It's been a long time since I played Unity. I can't remember much.
Was it like a dagger, a rod, or something?
No, the rod was Odyssey.
Probably.
Yeah, I might have got no. I think you find it in Origins. I think you find it in Origins when it's in Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure she was killed by one of the artifacts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
moving on. Well, before we move on, let us know what you thought about Unity if you played it back then. Let us know what the funniest glitch you saw for that game, because like I said, mine was you can see inside somebody's face, so it was literally you can see like there's no face, so it's eyes, two eyes, a nose, and then just teeth. That was quite terrifying for me. We're on to Syndicate now.
Yes, 2 assassins in one game.
Go on.
Well, that just became a recurring theme throughout all the later games at that point. Then there was always like 2 potential assassins you could play as.
Yeah. And then there's also one. There's also one canon side of it as well, isn't there? So you could play as that. You basically play as either a male, female, or a male assassin or a female assassin. But then Ubisoft will tell you which is the canon assassin. So I don't want it. So it's like, well, you let us pick, but then you tell us no, that's not the right choice. Just what do you want? It's mental. But Syndicate, I wasn't a big fan of Syndicate.
I thought it was okay. Victorian London. I mean, the setting was unique. Again, just the ability to like hitchhike off of like people's carriages and stuff like that. You got the grapple hook as well. And what else was new? Wasn't a sword and a cane?
Yep, that was Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacob, and they just running his own instead of a Krieg. It's a gang, just like a backstreet gang and stuff like that.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I played it, completed it. Wasn't a big fan of it. I just, for me, the setting didn't feel right. Victorian London. I mean, I know they're going through the time errors, I know they're going through the time periods and all that, but for some reason it didn't feel right for me personally.
What was it? The theme. I think a lot of it resolved around like freeing, freeing people from labourers and stuff like that, children labourers and everything like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we also had a train. We also had a steam train for your base. I mean, to me that was the most exciting thing about the game. Like, you know, I used to like just chill on the steam train. When I got bored, just go to the steam train, chill on the steam train.
I think another thing was the expansion that did come out for that, which did have was very interesting, which was Jack the Ripper as well.
I see. I didn't play the expansion with Syndicate.
I think I mentioned it briefly to you before off stream, but Jack the Ripper was another assassin at one point that went bad, and
that's an interesting take on it.
And someone who abducted and killed people on the night.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on Jack the Ripper. But yeah, I didn't feel right. It felt too modernised for me. And is that the one where they had those little rifts? And then in one of them you climb up, you go through a rift, and then you climb up an Eiffel Tower during World War II. Or was that in Unity?
I think it would have been in
I remember because you went through rifts, like Animus rifts, because like it's unstable or something. I mean, Ipswich Town and you played as an assassin in World War II. I think they were just trialling something because I think what they want to do an Assassin's Creed game set during World War II. So I think they just trialled it, but I don't think people were a fan, so we never carried it on.
I think bringing it that far forward to like 1940s or something like that.
Because you run around with hidden blades and throwing knives, and everyone else has submachine guns and tanks. I mean, it's not great, is it? You know what I mean? So this is where Tom gets asked weird and random questions, which he absolutely enjoys. He loves this part. It's his favourite part. It's his favourite part. The favourite part of the podcast. Right. So, Mikey's mind. Without further ado, Sonny, Altair or Ezio? Ezio. Desmond or Layla? Desmond. All right.
I had to remind myself who they were for a second there. My mind went blank.
Assassin's Creed Unity or Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Unity. It's the one I can remember more of.
Which was your favourite time period for the Assassin's Creed games?
Favourite time period? Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to go with Odyssey's time in Greece, just because that
ancient Greece,
all the history and the mythos there, it's really interesting, I find, so I'm just going to go with that.
Shay Cormac or Haven Kenway?
Shay Cormac, which one was he again?
He was an assassin turned Templar. Assassin's Creed Rogue.
I'm not played Rogue, so I have to go with the latter.
Haven Kenway, yeah.
Haven Kenway, yeah.
Would you join the Templars or would you join the Brotherhood? Brotherhood, yeah. And do you prefer the modern day storyline or the Animus storyline?
The Animus stuff.
The Animus stuff, yeah. Remember, happy days. Alright, so it's your turn to do me.
I like how you focus your Mikey's Mind questions all on Assassin's Creed this time.
Yeah, keeping the thing going,
Yeah, okay. So, Altair or Ezio?
I'll say yeah. The OG.
Desmond or Eloy?
Not Layla.
Layla.
I'm gonna have to say Desmond. He's my boy.
Assassin's Creed Unity or Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
Unity, purely because it's the French Revolution. Interesting time period.
Which time period is your favourite and why?
That would have to be. This is a tricky one for me. So I do like them all, but
You've had more time as well on these questions when you wrote them.
yeah, I'm gonna say the first one. I'm gonna say the first game, Third Crusade. I just think it's really, really good. I think it's really good. And I love the fact that you meet Richard the Lionheart in there as well. I think that's absolutely brilliant. That was a stroke of genius. So except for the Third Crusade, it's where it all began, really, isn't it? Let's face it. It's where the Templars began. It's where the roads like pretty much at its height. So yeah, it's just fun. And they are actually Templars in that game as well, not some mystical order.
I thought you would have said Black Flag or something like that, to be honest.
Oh, that was a close second.
So, Shay Carmack or Haytham Kenway?
Shay Cormac.
Okay, join the Templars or join the Assassin Brotherhood?
I'm going to do a twist here. So I'm going to join the Templars and then sell them out to the Brotherhood.
Okay.
Yeah, I can infiltrate them from the inside, you see. Didn't think about that one, did you?
I was looking at you like, are we going to be friends or foe after this? Do I need to get one of them blazes down?
Yeah. Get me on the way back from the shop.
The Borgia family or the Order of Ancients?
Oh yeah, boy, I forgot to ask you that one. The Borgia family.
I've just realised you missed this one.
I missed that one, yeah. Borgia family or the Order of Ancients. I have to say Borgia family, purely because you get to fist fight. Can't speak now. Getting tongue tied. I'm going to say Borgia family, purely because of the end of Assassin's Creed 2. You get to fist fight, Pope Borgia. You know what I mean? It's great.
I'm going to have to go with that as well.
Such a great level.
It just sounds fun.
Yeah.
Modern Day Story or the Animus storylines?
The Animus storylines are way more interesting, way more interactive, and not as confusing as modern day storyline. You literally just.
After Assassin's Creed 3, I really don't know.
Neither do I. Even though I've played the recent games, I still don't know what's going on with the modern day storyline. It's just all over the place, and it's really confusing. So, stick with the Animus stuff. Great. Right, so, and that is the end of our podcast. Mikey's Mind. Get involved with it. Have fun with it. Get involved. Ask your friends. Ask your families. Ask fellow gaming fans. Put your answers down in the comments below. And you can also join in on the Discord, and it will also be going up on Instagram as well. So you can follow us on our socials. So if you do want to get involved, we have a Discord chat. It's at the Gamers Guild over on Discord. Get involved with the chat. Happy to be absolutely brilliant. We also do Mikey's Mind in there as well, which are questions. So come over, get involved, join in the fun. If you want to see what me and Tom get up to, like in between the podcast, like what we do during the week. So we post our clips over on Instagram and over on TikTok, and over on Instagram and TikTok. So that is at the Gamers Guild 25. It's on Instagram and TikTok, like I said. I've also got my own little gaming thing going on as well, which I'll touch on in a minute. Obviously, we are on Spotify. You're listening to this on Spotify. You know where we are. We're also on YouTube as well, and it's at the Gamers Guild 25 on YouTube as well. All our links are in our bios. Go over, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. And if you want to see what we do, or click in what we do game-wise, you can follow us over on Twitch as well.